Things could be worse. I'm not a fretter, but then there's the curse. Things could be better. My knuckles bruised and my shoulders cut.
Hello and welcome all to the Time Traveler's Tavern, where there's tales from it and other things. Yeah, I said things. Alright, I will be your navigator and captain, Deadpaw, taking you on this informative journey. Informative of what? We still don't know. But that's why we have our wonderful net guru and all-around frumpy, colorful commentary provided by my good friend Toast.
I'm closer to white bread than rye.
Fair enough. And over to the other side, we have Mr.E. Not as an ecstasy. It's more of a pun on mystery, not Mr. and E. Alright, Mr.E. in the studio with us today.
Indeed.
Alright, today we're going to go down a traveling line of science and fiction, or science fiction, or fictional science, and all that kind of good stuff.
We found a massive migration of crabs on the sea floor that looked like a giant zombie film. Just these thousands of crabs in this nice murky depth, just slowly moving across, and the site just had a repeating loop of a little bit of the video of them just going across, and it's actually a little hypnotic. It's kind of nice.
It's also really creepy.
A little bit.
Which led to the question: what is a large group of crabs called?
Such as a murder of crows. That's where we get that term.
Or pod of whales.
Yeah, a pod of whales.
It's like a school or a group of. It's like they're actually called a pod of whales, rabbit. So, okay, well, of course, where do you go for questions? Google. It knows everything.
Because nobody uses Bing.
Well,
Bada
no,
bing,
no.
bada boom, you're done. Out of here.
The people who do use Bing are specifically connected to Viacom.
Heck with that. I'm going AOL. Whatever happened to AOL?
Still around.
But people thought it was too close to AWOL.
A battery of barracudas.
A battery of barracudas. That's a neat one.
That's interesting. But we did discover that a large grouping of crabs would be called
Giggle. No, that's not it. When we looked this up, looked it up, and just the type search results are group of crabs is called, and it gives right at the nice top here. The collective noun for crabs is the word you would use to describe a group of crabs. We have identified the following words that you could call a group of crabs. Cast. Consortium. Consortium!
I like the consortium. That one's nice.
According to this site, a coalition of cheetahs.
A coalition of cheetahs. This is a beautiful...
Wait. That's not politician? Oh, that's a coalition of cheaters.
But no.
Sorry.
So, used in a sentence, you could say, look at that cast of crabs, where cast is the collective noun, that means group. Which is really interesting to know, but I would use consortium.
Yeah, I'd stick
That is consortium of crabs.
I like that one.
Well, you don't get to use that ever. I will wait for the day that I go somewhere and there's just a large amount of crabs, and people, oh, look at all those crabs, look at that. Now, whoa. That's a consortium of crabs, sir. Get your words straight.
Wouldn't it be a consortium?
It said consortium. I don't care about your wording. I'm going with Google.
So, in other words...
Google doesn't lie!
So, in other words, what you're saying is that you're trusting the internet over the internet guru.
Some of these are interesting. A group of giraffes. It's a tower of giraffes.
A tower of giraffes? Wait a minute, didn't XKCD do that one?
An implausibility of news.
What?
A charm of goldfinches. Cloud of grasshoppers.
Oh, how charming.
Wait, would that be applied to locusts as well?
That would explain Egypt.
Well, we'll see what happens when we get a little further down.
Because that's basically what locusts are, aren't they? They're just basically carnivorous freaking...
No, it's a plague.
They're omnivorous, but yeah.
Seriously, it's a plague.
It's just called a plague?
A plague of locusts. If you get enough of them together, you have a plague.
I want a plague. Bubonic, here I come!
A scourge of mosquitoes.
They are a scourge.
Yeah, they are.
Parliament of owls.
That one I've heard.
Well, yeah, it's a Batman comic.
Like I said, yeah. Also, owls are awesome. They have a parliament.
No, I had heard about that before I'd heard about the Batman comic, actually. Surprisingly enough.
A prickle of porcupines.
A prickle?
Prickle.
Prickle.
A prickle of porcupines.
Prickle of porcupines.
Now I think they're just pulling your leg.
They're pulling something on them.
A Roomba of rattlesnakes.
Get the yeah, no.
So over here we have a large group of rattlesnakes. You know what they're called? A Roomba of rattlesnakes. That's what we got over here, a Roomba of rattlesnakes. You know who came up with that? That's somebody who talks like this. It's got a Roomba of rattlesnakes over here.
Basically
What are you talking about? I don't even know anymore.
So someone basically stumbled on a nest.
Roomba! What? I mean rattlesnakes.
An escargot.
Escargotoire.
Escargotoire of snails.
I was going to say that's a French term for a bag of snails.
Escargotoire.
A fever of stingrays.
That one I've heard too. What about jellyfish?
A mutation of thrush.
Mutation of thrush? Really?
Apparently a lot of them is called mutation of thrush.
That sounds like a really bad thing you'd get for unprotected sex.
Actually,
No,
that's a what was it? It's an infection you can get.
The pox?
No, it's the thrush is an actual infection you can get.
Yeah, that's why I said it's
Oh.
like a mutation
Well,
of
okay,
thrush.
but
Sounds like a really bad sexually transmitted disease.
Okay, but originally before it was called, or before it was used for that, it was used to describe a small finch-like bird, right?
Aw. A wisdom of wombats.
A wisdom of wombat.
That's another one. That is something.
That's never going to leave my brain now.
A gang of weasels.
That's not surprising.
Well, they are kind of.
Yeah, were they on?
They're untrustworthy.
So
A venue of vultures.
I've heard that one
venue.
before. Venue.
Unless they're circling, then they're a kettle. A bale of turtles. A hover of trout.
A hover.
I've heard that one before too.
A muster of storks. A scurry of squirrels.
Scurry of squirrels. That's all they do is scurry.
I actually remember having to dive out of the way of a scurry of squirrels. There was at least 30 of them when I was. Oh, God, I gotta say I was probably 7.
And that's the thing. I've had an ongoing war with squirrels since the age of, I think it was 11.
Okay.
We had like a grove out in our front, little bird bath and feeder and that kind of stuff. And pine trees. It was nice and thick. It was a really lovely place to go, walk, relax. Just have this lovely moment to yourself until a car went whizzing by. It was right next to the road, so.
That's what you get for insulting Doreen Green.
Anyways,
Better than insulting Soylent Green, I suppose.
I'd assault Soylent Green.
You guys should buy that.
But anyways,
I would assume you'd become a part of it if you insulted too much.
I was walking up through our little grove, and I hear that nattering that they do, and I just...
Oh, you mean that noise they make right before they start throwing stuff at you or trying to pee on you?
No, it was straight up anger. It was rage, and he was going through all of the branches above me. I don't know how many squirrels were in the trees that day,
Sensed a lot
but
of
it was
bees in the red
apparently. I
eyes.
was gonna say it was apparently a scurry of them. And I just heard this just massive noise of them just all running around, just ticked. And I don't know why. I don't know what made them angry. It wasn't me. I was there for a while. It just picked up, and it picked up, and it picked up. Next thing I know, they start just coming down the trees at me and just start attacking me.
You were attacked
I was attacked by squirrels.
Gray squirrels.
I don't know. There are too many. I didn't just...
We got basically two colors in this state.
We have gray, red, and black.
Do we have
We have black squirrels.
Where?
Inner city.
Yo, I'm a squirrel.
No.
Give me your nuts.
God. That sounds like a terrible euphemism.
No, that was straight up.
I'm climbing this wall, get some nuts.
Welcome to the cutting room floor.
But
There's going to be segments that are just going to be little snippets called NSA.
NSA, they're listening. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, NS.
I'm on a watch list. I know.
What is it? NSW or FW?
NSFW.
Yeah.
Not safe for work.
Or
This is
children.
all safe for work. It's just not safe for human consumption.
Yeah.
That's just like the things my neighbors make.
But no, so I actually, I was getting just attacked, just mauled by these squirrels, and I was fortunately wearing long sleeves, so they didn't really get anywhere on me. But I ended up grabbing a fallen branch, and I just started swinging it all over the place. I was batting squirrels, and I hit like 6 per freaking swing, but they kept coming in number. I don't know how many squirrels they had, but it was a apparently a scurry.
A convocation of eagles. I kind of like what a cockroach group is. A large amount of cockroaches is called
Unclean.
That one I don't know.
an intrusion.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
There's an intrusion of cockroaches.
I would have thought it'd be called an actual infestation.
But no, like I
See, now growing up, I ended up
sitting
with...
there swinging the sticker and going, running for my life from squirrels.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I've had a battle with them ever since.
So you had a
That's how I
battle
turned
with a scurry.
Yep, I had a battle with a scurry. I turned one into red mist one day. We won't go too far into that, but there was an explosion involved, and I slept soundly afterwards.
Besides the dripping from the wall.
It lulls you to sleep. It's like that white noise, you know? Like one of those water fountains that you get from, like, Bed Bath & Beyond or some other hippie
Those
store.
things just make me have to pee in the middle of the
Just
night.
trickle all night, and you just sit there, oh, this is lovely. And you fall asleep, and and you wake up in a wet bed and embarrassed, and you're like, I don't know what happened. Maybe I should stop drinking before bed.
That's
Or
why
period.
that's why you're slurring your words there?
Also, no, it's just circling the bats.
A battalion of falcons.
I love falcons, and that makes me love them more. I had
A skulk of foxes. A horde of hamsters.
a horde of hamsters taken on by
I only have one.
Crap, I already forgot what the falcons were.
I haven't heard. Maybe that was a battalion.
Battalion,
Yeah, battalion.
A horde of hamsters are taken on by a battalion of peregrine falcons. Stay tuned.
Wait,
I say that they're going against the conspiracy of lemurs.
Ooh.
It's like a band name.
it's gotta be one.
No, see,
A risk of lobsters.
A risk
you
of
have to-
lobsters?
It's like a book series.
You'd have to stand up and do that one, though. It's like, and on stage next is... I already forgot it. I have such a bad
Conspiracy of
memory.
lemurs.
On stage now, playing the next venue, a conspiracy of lemurs!
See, this one just sounds weird, especially considering the route I take to work. A cream of turkeys.
You'd cream some turkeys. Gobble, gobble. And that's dive.
Did you ever notice that they associate words that you do to a turkey with the turkey?
Gobble.
Oh yes.
Cream.
Turkey's tasty.
Not really a turkey fan.
No?
No.
Turkey bacon, I think, is an atrocity. But,
That's because it's not bacon.
yes.
You can't put bacon behind something that's not bacon.
What about, what if you got long pork bacon?
That's actually more fitting.
Yeah.
We'd have the same cut for that.
Yeah.
It'd probably be a little bit more lean and gamey though.
A little bit stringy.
Yeah.
Maybe not if roasted, right?
Dude, I am so roasted right now. No. Any
Which
other
is an interesting parallel when you think about Hansel and Gretel.
Depends if you're talking about the original German myth or the.
The bastardization we're all familiar with now.
Well, I was gonna say, are you
Everybody
talking?
lived happily ever after?
I say, are you talking about the more recent Hansel and Gretel movie with the guy who
not
played
that.
Hawkeye?
That was painful. God, who was that? What's his name? Jeremy Renner.
But, no.
jangle. What's up, Jimmer? You giving me a beverage?
How many do you need?
Apparently more. Let me see this. Is it a pop? It goes right in the... You actually have this set up nicely. Let's see. Coney Island Brewing Company. Cremra.
I thought you said the Chimera. I was gonna say, what are we gonna feed it to a mythical creature now?
Actually, as soon as you said it, my next thought was, Daddy.
The Chimera Magic. What was it? The Chimera
You like
Magic.
one?
Sure.
The Chimera Magic.
You like one?
I'll try one.
Chimera Machinations become Tech Manticores.
Just Mr. Someone can't do a review on them now.
Interesting.
And we're without alcohol in it.
Do you know what a group of sloths is called?
Non-existent?
Slow motion?
A bed.
A bed of sloths.
Get the hell out. You gotta be kidding.
Wait. Does sloth have a plural? Is it just S at the end of it?
I think it's just sloth, isn't it?
There's a lot of sloth here, or there's sloths?
Well, it wouldn't be sloth eye,
That sounds like a Pokemon.
doesn't it? Sounds like a Pokemon or a
Sloth Eye, I choose you.
Apparently there is no official.
That's because you don't see more than sloth at any given point in time.
I don't know. It kind of tastes like root beer schnapps.
Like I said, it's root beer with alcohol. That's really all you can say.
You ever had that before?
No.
Don't.
Well, now I'm going to.
Are we still recording?
No, we're not.
I thought
That's
there was.
pure sarcasm, sir.
I thought there was a cutoff, or was that by choice? The last time we tried to.
I cut it off because I was, a frumpy jerk.
Okay.
I don't know. All right, so Did we want to move on past this rambling?
Well, I do have other
going?
stuff here.
Did you want to try inaugural run of your own moment?
Oh, so we're actually going to go for Trivial Pursuits? Or
Well, now that you just said it and ruined my introduction.
because you could edit that out at any time.
I'm just gonna cry slowly and quietly. Not so quietly. To myself and to everybody around, because I think everybody needs to know. You have hurt me. You have wounded me, sir. Wounded me.
Battle of Wounded Me?
Isn't that everything in Skyrim?
And hence becomes the Trail of Tears.
All the jokes I can make are inappropriate.
And what is actually stopping you?
Your request for us to keep it clean.
Well, that went straight to hell, clearly.
It's a nice town in Michigan. Leave it alone. It's for sale.
Quiet town.
It was for sale a couple years ago.
That's because they couldn't sell Detroit.
No one wanted to buy Detroit.
Because Detroit is too in debt.
Did you ever see pictures of the stadium in Detroit?
No, not recently.
Isn't Detroit the only city that, if every time they film some sort of dystopian future, they have to make no changes?
Well, that's why I said the next Fallout should just be in Detroit.
Yeah.
Because they could literally just go there and take a picture and just put it in the game.
Yeah.
Like just add some ghouls and weird friggin' monsters running around and be like, hey, it's Fallout 5, Detroit.
The only problem with that is
When it gets real.
the only problem with that is, what about Indiana? Because they have Gary. Wrong Gary.
All right, so on that wonderful note of fact, validation, and verification, any other shuns we should add to here? No? All right. Skipping over his thoughts here, we're going to fund this out, and Mr.E, would you like to bid adieu?
Until next time.
There you go. A good web guru toast. What? Parting words.
If you're using a comb, make sure you go the right direction.
That would be a good parting word. All right, and this is your captain, not of a Boeing, just of a dead Paul. Thank you for joining the, what is this? Tales from the Time Traveler's Tavern? Apparently that's what we are. Thank you for joining. So that's it.